We just finished watching Star Trek the original series for the very first time, and now it is time to start Star Trek the animated series.
Yeah, I have been super excited for this because I have seen no hints, previews, spoilers, or anything. I don't even know what the animation looks like, to be honest. And we say we just finished the original series, but I feel like it's been a little bit. And now, like, sitting on the original series, it's been weird not watching it every week. And part of me really wants to go back and watch it and, like, relive it, but also I just want the good stuff sit with me for a bit so it's not spoiled. But anyway, we have this.
And I also have no, like, expectations or way to gauge what this is going to be like. Obviously, we're talking about an early 70s cartoon. I'm not expecting Citizen Kane or anything. But it's going to be interesting to hear the cast and see how this animation goes. At the end of the day, though, while we obviously like respect the show and everything and hope to enjoy it, it is just a 70s cartoon, so we're obviously just going to be having a good time with it. So we hope you guys can too. Whether you like the show or not, hopefully you can still have a good time with us watching it. So we're going to go ahead and get jumping in here to episode 1.
Space, the final frontier.
Oh, okay.
Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds.
This is so cool.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hey.
This is great. A little different. I like it.
I'm actually shocked that they really went this route of just recreating the original intro.
I can imagine, like, veteran actor McCoy. You want me to voice a cartoon?
Captain's log, stardate 5221.3. Mission, star charting.
Oh, wow.
Is that in the front there?
Is that an alien?
Situation, Mr. Scott?
We've picked up speed, sir, rapidly. I've cut back power, but we continue to gain momentum.
Mr. Sulu?
She's not answering the helm, sir.
I knew that Chekhov didn't voice himself, but they just straight replaced him with an alien.
Captain, that's the source of the radio emissions.
Everyone came back except Chekhov, right?
Yep.
Imploded matter, but every reading on it is negative.
How much time do we have?
Impact in 93 seconds.
If people told us whether this is canon or is this like a what-if situation?
I think it's considered canon. I think people, from what I remember, have said, like, at first no one cared about it, but, like, over the years it's, like, been accepted more as canon.
Our only chance is to try to get into orbit around that thing.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And I also just realized, like, there wasn't even a cold open. It was just right into the intro, too.
Yeah.
They don't have time.
If its pull is this strong, Jim, how do we get out of orbit?
Slingshot effect, Mr. Spock?
They really got to get Dr. McCoy his eye bags. They had to make sure to get that detail in.
Put us alongside, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, aye, sir.
Is that the thing from Guardians 3?
Mr. Sulu, have the transporter room stand by.
Yes, sir.
Ready, Captain?
All right, transporter room.
Nice.
Activate life support belts. Energize.
That's new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than those spacesuits.
True. We didn't need these the whole 3 years previous, but now we do. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better than the spacesuits. Kind of like, remember End of Guardians 2?
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they're literally transporting, like, out into space,
Yeah.
which we've never seen, so that's cool.
Okay.
The crew of this ship destroyed her themselves.
Good hook. Now, usually that's where you'd hear the ding, you know, the intro start.
Yeah.
We have beamed aboard the alien ship found orbiting a strange dead star.
This feels like a classic season 1 episode. Just, I mean, they can make this in live. I felt like they wanted to make this early on.
Yeah, I wonder how many of the scripts were, like, episodes that they could never make versus, like, ones they newly wrote, because this would have been, I think, only 2 or 3 years after the show got canceled.
Compared to the beings that built this ship, we are primitive people, even you, Mr. Spock. All right, let's keep going.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Just love how dry it was.
Just cut, end of scene.
All right, let's keep going.
That was a cool shot.
Yeah, it was. It's cool to say that in an animated show. Like, that was a cool shot.
Yeah. Cool drawing.
Enterprise, do you read me?
Oh, the suits came off.
Sulu,
No use, Captain.
something's drained them.
You mean we're trapped here?
No, that's nothing new. Oh, God.
Message from 300 million years ago.
Anything?
I may be able to get a translation.
Gonna mind meld the computer.
Yeah. I like that hands on the hip pose.
We have decided to destroy our own ship.
Oh, is it like Alien?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And they were kind of like, we have to kill ourselves to not take it anywhere else. Damn. Whoa!
Get out of here!
They put a self-destruct on the message.
Oh yeah, I forget they can just do that. I'm so used to them just having a problem not being able to beam out of there. Who's this guy?
Yeah, look at his mustache.
There we go.
But they said they had no communication.
The explosion opened up the...
Okay.
Okay. Got. It's one of those. Oh, gotcha. They got us.
Something beamed aboard with you.
Oh, shit. Oh, you're done.
Uh-oh. This is Jack the Ripper?
It's Jack the Ripper again. How many times are we going to run into this guy?
Decks 5 and 6 report shutdown of all life support systems. They've gone to life support belts.
Really getting the use out of those belts. Is no one going to talk to the alien guy by Sulu? Is he not going to say anything?
Did they do that as like a...
Hey, is that Nurse Chapel?
Get on those.
Did they do that as a rib to
Check off?
check off? Oh, you don't want to be in the animated show?
I think it was the other way around. I don't think they wanted to cast him.
Oh, really? When...
Well, from what I've been told, they only wanted to cast like the big three and Scotty, and then Leonard Nimoy was like, "I'm not going to do it unless you hire Uhura and Sulu." So then they did.
Something's activating the ship's phaser banks. They're locking on the alien starship.
300 million years gone.
Captain Kirk, the ship's computers. Something's going through every storage bank.
It's like they have no time, so they're like, all this shit's happening. You know, like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to register everything that's happening, but they just keep going.
It needs a starship to break free and a crew to man it.
You are correct, Captain James T. Kirk.
It has absorbed the memory banks, Captain. All of them.
Oh my God.
You will obey me.
And if I refuse,
Well, shit.
Obey me.
stop! You'll hurt him.
After you already shot him.
Yeah.
I'll obey. Let him go.
I'm getting that classic original Star Trek feeling of, how are they going to get out of this?
Yep.
Hey!
Oh!
A slingshot effect to yank us out of orbit. Can you compute it in your mind?
I believe I can, Captain. I will need to aid Mr. Scott.
The engineer will need aid from my first officer to complete repairs.
Oh, is that supposed to be them whispering?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was going to bring up, like, oh, they still haven't fixed the whisper problem.
We're dropping out of orbit. We're falling into the dead sun.
Apply full power. Obey me.
Damn.
My love for this ship is stronger than your thing.
Stand by to activate warp drive unit. No, don't.
I think it's like the first ever time we saw like an exterior shot of it going into warp speed.
Yeah.
It fled the ship when it thought we would crash into the dead star.
Don't leave me alone. So lonely.
Damn.
Blow it up.
Yeah, yeah. Put him out of his misery.
Mission star charting.
All right.
Look at that signature. Nice.
What does that say? Hal Sutherland?
Yeah. Executive consult. Let's look at the credits. Oh, too many people. But she was there as a stand-in. Hey, DC.
Hey, nice.
Woo! We're back, baby. We're back. This took me back in such a nice, cool way the animation is like so cool to see and like not bad at all. This felt like this could have been like a season 1 type episode if they had like the budget to have that giant spaceship. You know, simple enemy, neat, you know, problem solving. Everything was like bam, bam, bam. Nothing dragged. I loved it.
Yeah, I think this was a great first episode because, like you said, it was proof of concept. It was like, hey, look, we're a cartoon now, so we can do literally whatever we want. And it was a great plot that you couldn't really visually do in the in the original series, or if they tried to do it, it might not look as good as what they want to do. The whole idea of the belts that give you this kind of like exterior guard to be able to transport out into space is awesome. Cool concept. They did use it quite a bit in this episode already. I'm curious to see if that was like a 1 episode thing or if that'll be throughout the whole series. But overall, yeah, I really dug that. And like, you know, the animation is what it is, and we're not gonna like roast it or anything because it's like we knew that was the one thing we expected going in, like, you know what I mean. But I do think it's funny that none of them really look like the characters except for Dr. McCoy, solely because he has the permanent eye bags.
This alien, I want to know more about him.
It makes me wonder, like, did they not even think about it because he didn't talk or anything, and then when they went to go animate, they're like, well, just draw an alien there, like, it doesn't matter.
Now I wonder if any future Star Trek shows or movies are gonna have that species.
Yeah, and at first I was thinking, who knows if he'll even be in more episodes, but now that you say that, he has to be, because I bet they reuse so much of the animation. Like, I could even tell in this episode, the shots of like Spock looking back at Kirk, you know, talking, like it's clearly the same shot. They just changed the dialogue, which again is fine. It's like it does its job, you know, it's serviceable. And we got the 2 poses of Kirk, the normal one, and then the hip pose. You know, I'm glad that could be like a drinking game every time Kirk's doing the hip pose. You know. But yeah, really enjoyed that. So we're gonna keep watching. There's only 22 of these, so it's gonna, you know, it's a little bit of a novelty, kind of just like a short little stop here before we jump into the movies. But if they continue to be at this quality, I'm really excited. Oh, and we gotta talk about the pacing real quick. I mean, for people who complain about it all the time,
this is what I want.
Yeah, it's like, wow, what a quick pace. I mean, even you said it was so quickly paced that they were like, they gotta get it out.
I was struggling so hard to keep track of everything that was happening to the ship. Oh, because like, oh, this happened, and then someone would come on the comm, oh, blah, 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 so life support's down. Oh, bays 3 and 4 are blah, blah, blah. It's like they try to cram like a full 50-minute, you know, type plot into 24 minutes, and it works. It was just tough to keep up with sometimes.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about the story-wise is I wish it would have been more like The Thing, of more of this just like amorphous, you don't know what it is, that's just trying to take over. Once it became like a sentient voice, it was a little bit, not the way I would have liked it to go, but it was fine. It still played out okay.
Yeah, I wish they fleshed it out a little bit more, and the ending was kind of like, oh man, like so lonely, and then they just left it there. I wish there was like a better solution for it, maybe. But
yeah. They're like, anyway, back to star charting.
Because you know, like some ending of episodes, they find a resolution in some form or another. But just to leave it as it was, just on this dead planet, just absorbed there, it's like, oh man, that kind of sucks. They had 24 minutes. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Overall, though, thumbs up. That was great. So we're going to keep watching the season. If it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe. You can check out our reactions to every single episode of Star Trek, the original series, watching it for the first time on the channel. And if you want to see our uncut reactions to that show as well as this one, join our Patreon.
Absolutely. Thank you. See ya. We're done.